Tonight, we're learning more information about two northern Wisconsin officers who died after a traffic stop escalated into a shooting. Plus, the latest out of Louisville, Kentucky, after a workplace shooting left 4 people dead, several others injured. Police continue to investigate a motive. And UW-Madison offering new classes this fall, how they hope to break barriers. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. Tonight, we're learning new information about the 2 northern Wisconsin officers who were killed when a traffic stop escalated into a shooting. Those officers have been identified as 32-year-old Emily Breidenbach of the Chetek Police Department and 23-year-old Hunter Scheel of the Cameron Police Department. Breidenbach had been in law enforcement for 5 years, beginning her career in Stoughton. She served there for 9 months before joining the Chetek Fire Department. Scheel graduated from the Law Enforcement Academy last December and had been with the Cameron Department for about a year.
We do ask for your patience. We appreciate your patience. We ask for your support in getting that information out on fundraisers and the vigil, and to help this community heal with our officers. We only heal as one, and we need everybody to take part in that.
Investigators say the officers were conducting a traffic stop in Cameron Saturday afternoon that ended in an exchange of gunfire with an individual. Both officers were pronounced dead at the scene. The suspect, identified as 50-year-old Glenn Perry, later died at a hospital. This morning, officers gathered outside of a funeral home in Barron County for a procession. The officers' bodies were taken to a medical examiner's office in Minnesota for autopsies. Another procession is scheduled for tonight for the bodies to be escorted back to the funeral home. A community vigil will be held in Cameron on Wednesday. Governor Tony Evers offered his condolences to the officers' families and plans to order flags to fly at half-staff once funeral arrangements have been made. Madison police say an argument inside a bar on State Street is what led to a 23-year-old man being hospitalized Sunday morning. Armand Rahman is live on the scene to break down what led to that shooting. Armand?
Eric, it was in this parking lot. An MPD lieutenant tells me surveillance video from the area shows the 22-year-old man who they arrested point and fire his gun at the chest of another man. And the lieutenant says it got to that point after a group of people allegedly with the suspect were bothering a girl inside of the bar. Now, police say after the gunfire, it was a chaotic scene because along with the 7 to 10 other people the police believe were with the suspect, dozens of others streamed out of the bars on State and Gorham. Lieutenant Jason Ostrenga says neither the suspect nor the victim had violent criminal pasts, but they did recover multiple firearms from the suspect's group.
I would just say there's no reason to have a firearm when you go out late at night at 1:42 a.m. going into bars, being around people that are drinking, people that are drinking. The less opportunity or less access to firearms would definitely help the situation.
Now, Ostrenga says the 23-year-old man who was shot is in serious but stable condition thanks to the life-saving measures done by officers on scene. Charges are pending for the 22-year-old suspect that include first-degree attempted homicide. And Lieutenant Ostrenga tells me they're also referring recklessly endangering safety, a charge for that because of the amount of people that were outside at the time of the disturbance. For now, live downtown, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.
Armand, thank you. Time now to get a look at our first warn forecast. Chief Meteorologist Gary Cadalti out on the weather patio, and nice and warm today, Gary, to start the week.
No jacket. How about that? And it looks like the rest of this week will stay unseasonably mild to unseasonably warm. We could be flirting with record high temperatures. Let's start out by taking a look at visible cloud track. Lots of sunshine statewide. That's the first thing that you look at. There's no rain anywhere around. Low temperatures this morning started out mild, so that gave us a good head start on temperatures here in southern Wisconsin. 50 the low in Madison. Janesville 45. It's actually a little warmer to the north and west of Madison than it was to the south. And current temperatures are now in the 70s across just about the entire southern portion of the state. Just a little bit of a lake breeze up toward Door County in east central Wisconsin. But here in Dane County, Madison's at 72. It's 74 in Edgerton, 74 in Cross Plains, and 74 in Waunakee. The only issue right now is the air is pretty dry. Relative humidities in the teens to 25% range. That means the air is pretty dry. You could run into some issues if you're trying to burn outside. Wildfire danger could start to escalate over the next couple of days. But this evening, look for skies to be mostly clear. Temperatures dropping only into the upper 50s by late evening. Later on, I'll take a look at our prospects for setting or breaking records later on this week.
We'll have more on those burn permits shortly. A word from the DNR today. Gary, thank you. Starting today, SSM Health sending some patients home with enough groceries to make dinner for a week. Tahlil Mohdeen joins us now with more on this holistic approach to health care. Tahlil?
That's right, Eric. At the start of the year, they began screening patients for access to housing, transportation, and other social needs. That helped them gather enough information to start building a response to their focus on food security.
Our patients are more than just what's coming into the doors.
For new parents trying to make the transition from round-the-clock support at the hospital, heading home with a newborn can be tough.
Just giving some relief to those families in particular first felt like the natural fit for us.
It's the reason SSM Health in Janesville is launching its Baskets of Hope program in their family birth center. With a focus on food security on top of the usual diapers and wipes, eligible families will be sent home with a week's worth of emergency groceries.
We know that if we don't address those social needs, there's no way for our patients to actually thrive and have complete health and wellness.
Participating families will be chosen based on their responses to a questionnaire given to all patients to determine their level of need. To make the initiative possible, SSM Health will be teaming up with Echo Food Pantry.
We wanted to do what we can to help meet that need and make sure that everybody has adequate resources for food.
Echo leaders say while they've been around for over 50 years, people don't always know they are there to help, even as issues of food access grow.
Now that the food share pandemic benefits went away, so we're really expecting to see an increase in people needing food resources here in our community.
And to make sure families continue to have support once the bag of groceries runs empty, SSM Health will have a community worker following up with those patients. SSM estimates about 10% of their patient population statewide is food insecure. They plan to continue the Basket of Hope program through the end of the year.
Tahlil, thank you. Check out this video of a few dozen rallying this morning outside Waunakee High School after a delay of Pride Week set off concerns. We'll hear from them and the principal who says Pride Week will go forward as it has before tonight at 6. The Wisconsin State Patrol now hiring troopers and inspectors. Candidates must pass physical readiness tests, a background investigation, interviews, and pre-employment medical psychological exams. Applicants must have a 2-year associate's degree or a minimum of 60 college-level credits. To learn more or sign up for info sessions, look for this story at channel3000.com. The abortion pill mifepristone is due to be pulled off store shelves Friday unless the courts issued a stay preventing a judge's order from taking effect. The Department of Justice has filed an appeal against a conservative federal judge's ruling which suspends FDA approval for the drug. They say, quote, if allowed to take effect, the court's order would thwart FDA's scientific judgment and severely harm women, particularly those for whom mifepristone is a medical or practical necessity. A Texas judge recently ruled the FDA improperly approved mifepristone 23 years ago, saying it ignored, quote, legitimate safety concerns about the drug.
We think that the judge totally got it right. The FDA has to go back. It has to be transparent with the public about the studies that it relied on to make its decisions, and it's got to follow the science.
Mifepristone is one of the safest and most effective medicines that we've seen over the last 20 years to help women with their health care, especially abortion care.
Meanwhile, a federal judge in Washington state blocked any changes to the drug's availability to the public in 17 states and also the District of Columbia, where Democrats sued. The cases are likely headed to the Supreme Court, where the conservative majority may decide this case. We're learning new details tonight about a deadly mass shooting at a bank in Louisville, Kentucky. Investigators are still trying to figure out why a gunman opened fire at his workplace, killing 4 people and injuring almost a dozen others. Police also say the shooter live streamed the attack. Christian Benavides has more.
Police descended on an Old National Bank branch in downtown Louisville to find a gunman still firing shots.
The suspect has been identified as Connor Sturgeon, white male, 23 years of age, who was employed at Old National Bank. His weapon of choice was a rifle.
Officers exchanged gunfire with the suspect, who died at the scene. Police named 4 victims who were killed inside.
Tommy Elliott, 63 years of age. Jim Tutt, 64 years of age. Josh Barrett, 40 years of age. And Juliana Farmer, 57.
Today, I'm hurt.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear fought back tears as he addressed the latest mass shooting.
We lost 4 children of God today, one of whom was one of my closest friends.
Caleb Goodlet's wife works inside the building.
I got a call from my wife panicking that she was locked in the vault that there was an active shooter in the building.
She took shelter inside along with other terrified workers.
They had a phone inside the vault. She was able to reach me. I haven't heard about her coworkers yet or anything, but I have talked to her and seen her. She's fine.
Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg said his city has set up a family assistance center for anyone affected by Monday's event.
Whether you were physically hurt or not, I know that you're hurting too. We are here for you.
Authorities are asking the public for any information related to this latest shooting as they begin their investigation. Cristian Benavides, CBS News.
And the Louisville PD also responded to a second downtown shooting today where one person was killed, another injured. Former President Donald Trump has filed a long shot bid to keep his former vice president from testifying in a January 6th investigation. A judge has ordered Mike Pence to testify before a federal grand jury investigating efforts to subvert the 2020 election. Pence has said he would comply with the subpoena, but Trump is now appealing the judge's decision. The former president is trying to claim executive privilege around he and Pence's conversations. Pence could be called before the grand jury as early as this week. Shockwaves are being felt throughout the U.S. intelligence community following the leak of a series of highly classified documents on social media. U.S. officials are deeply rattled, fearing the revelations could jeopardize sensitive sources and also compromise critical relationships. An interagency effort is underway to determine the authenticity and impact of dozens of leaked Pentagon documents that were posted online in recent weeks.
There's 50 classified documents. There's 50 separate stories that are going to impact on the ground in Ukraine right now.
Information in the documents reveals the depths of U.S. spying on allies and foes alike. Officials are concerned the leak could not only jeopardize a critical Ukrainian counteroffensive against the Russians, but also U.S. and Ukrainian ties. The leak comes as both nations have begun to only recently develop a more trusting relationship over intelligence sharing. Coming up, Gary has our complete first warn forecast, plus how a new major at UW-Madison hopes to break new barriers. We'll have some details after a short break. And tonight at 6, what's next? For an advisory referendum asking whether Wisconsinites could have to look for work to receive unemployment benefits. And a check in the markets after a 3-day holiday break. The Dow Jones adds more than 101 points. The NASDAQ falls almost 4. The S&P 500 gains 4. We'll be right back.
Fry Construction invites you to celebrate spring with our big spring thaw sale. We're talking about savings of 23%. Many of your neighbors already know how we strive to meet and exceed expectations with each and every project. That's why they voted us Best Roofer 3 years in a row. Experience the best of Madison for yourself with Fry Construction. Get on board with our spring thaw sale. Save 23% off gutters or insulation with any full roofing project. Schedule your consultation today at fryconstruction.com.
Do you suffer with pain, numbness, and tingling in the hands or feet? Commonly diagnosed as peripheral neuropathy? Are you taking drugs such as Lyrica or gabapentin that have serious side effects and often do not relieve your symptoms? Your doctor has told you you may just have to live with the pain. Peripheral neuropathy is a result of damage to the nerves, often causing burning, weakness, pain, numbness, tingling, and the most debilitating balance problems. Our facility uses multiple therapeutic methods to help give you relief from neuropathy symptoms with no injections and no drugs. You may start seeing relief after only a few sessions. To determine if your neuropathy symptoms can be relieved, we will do a consultation to evaluate the extent of your condition. Call us today to schedule your neuropathy consultation to find out if you're a candidate for our therapy. Call today.
A supper club. A place that serves supper. House coffee, garden salad, potatoes au gratin, bacon wrapped scallops. Old fashioned. That's superior.
Spring into action and save on stressless seating at the Century House. Now get $400 off all classic power recliners, signature-based recliners and ottomans, and cross-based recliners and ottomans. And get $400 off most sofas and love seats. Imagine how much you can save building your dream sectional. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today. Patio enclosures.
Tonight at 6, Republicans unveil a bold plan to move more individuals off unemployment and back to work. Will Keneally breaks down their proposal.
And a postponed Pride Week celebration by one school district leaves parents and students fuming. The school district's response tonight at 6.
A record-breaking spring election.
I am so excited for Wisconsin and for Madison tonight.
Judge Janet Protasiewicz will become the next Supreme Court justice in Wisconsin.
We did it! We did it!
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Happening now, about 9,000 faculty members and staff from New Jersey's State University of Rutgers are now on strike. The action from 3 unions marks the first strike in the school's 250-year history. Workers are picketing at the university's 3 main campuses after almost a year of failed contract negotiations, and they're demanding higher pay, better job security for adjuncts, and guaranteed funding for grad students, and more. Rutgers president says only a few outstanding issues remain up for negotiation, but the union says those issues are key. Governor Phil Murphy is trying to get both sides to negotiate at his office. A new major is coming to UW-Madison this fall. It's in an area of study for a community that is growing in Wisconsin. Our Catherine Burke spent the day on campus learning how this major is breaking barriers through the books.
Latina students, Latinx students come here and are able to engage in those academic debates, those academic conversations about what Latinidad is in this country.
For the first time at UW-Madison and in the UW system, a Chicana, Chicano, and Latina, Latino Studies bachelor's degree will be offered.
We're so excited.
The department says they've seen nothing but growth for the past 30 years in this program.
Our introductory to Chicano and Latino Studies course is always full.
The courses are currently offered at the certificate level, which went from about 50 students in 2014 to nearly 200 this year, a nearly 300% increase.
The folks that take our classes are, they're multi-ethnic, multiracial, multilingual.
This same growth is happening with these communities in the state, and this major will prepare students to help elevate them.
The Latinx population in general is booming in Wisconsin and across the country, right? So this is preparing undergraduate students to be able to enter into a profession of service within the public sector or in the private sector, and to be able to work directly with this population.
This professor says this is just the beginning of an advanced way of bringing more culture to the classroom.
It's been 30 years in the making, but we're here. And we're rooted.
Reporting from UW-Madison's campus, I'm Catherine Merck, News 3 Now.
And the major will be available to students starting this fall. The Dane County Farmers Market set to return to the Capitol Square this coming Saturday. The weekly market consistently draws large crowds to downtown Madison. Billed as the country's largest producers-only farmers market, regularly bringing in more than 200 vendors. The market will run each Saturday through November 11th, 6:45 in the morning to 1:45 in the afternoon. 2023 is the 51st year of the farmers market on the Capitol Square. Also this week, the Sunburst tables and chairs return to the Memorial Union Terrace. A total of 2,000 chairs and more than 400 tables will return to the terrace this year. The terrace will feature free film showings, live music, art activities, outdoor recreation equipment rentals, and seasonal restaurants. It'll be a beautiful week to enjoy the terrace as well. A warm one. Here's Gary with the latest.
About time. It looks like a quiet week weather-wise, no storms or anything, at least during the week, and temperatures well above normal. In fact, 3 things you need to know about the forecast. Today, we're in the lower 70s. Tomorrow will be even milder. High temperatures in the middle 70s. And then just downright warm for Wednesday and Thursday, as we have the potential to be very close to record high and record warm low temperatures. Toward the end of the week, Friday night into Saturday will be our next chance of rain, some showers and thunderstorms. Then it'll be followed by cooler weather beyond that. But we're still a little bit behind average for the first couple of things. Our first 60-degree day was about 2 weeks behind schedule. Our first 70-degree day was today, and that's about a week behind schedule. But our first 80-degree day normally is April 27th. I think we will probably be ahead of schedule for that. But over Wednesday and Thursday, The low temperature Wednesday morning, predicting a low of 58 degrees. The warmest record low temperature for Madison is 56, so that record is in jeopardy. The record high of 86 probably not going to be approached on Wednesday, but Thursday the record high temperature is 78 degrees, so we have a good chance of breaking that, while the record warm low is a little bit warmer at 61 degrees. I've got a forecast low of 57 degrees. So again, we could be flirting with records through that time period. But after this spell of mild to warm weather, temperatures nosedive as we head to the latter part of the weekend and into the first part of next week. Average high temperature is in the mid to upper 50s. We're going to be well above that, but notice how those temperatures drop off as we head into Sunday and Monday of next week. And the 8 to 14-day temperature outlook calls for below normal temperatures for our part of the country, above normal temperatures to our southwest and also for parts of New England, but precipitation is expected to be below normal. Looks like we're entering a dry period with not much in the way of big storm systems, at least expected for the next couple of weeks. And you can see that on the weather map today. Some showers across parts of Missouri, a couple of showers and thunderstorms in Florida, some rain and snow in the Pacific Northwest, and about 90% of the country is dry, and that trend will continue at least for the time being, but the temperatures are warm, with the exception of a little pocket across the Dakotas where there's still snow on the ground and clouds right now. Temperatures are mainly in the 70s and 80s across the Midwest, and that trend will continue for a couple more days. Planning your night across Dane County. Low temperature 51 Stoughton, 51 in Cottage Grove, and 51 in Verona, with partly cloudy skies. Across the rest of southern Wisconsin, the coolest temperatures will actually be south and east of Madison. 48 in Janesville, 49 in Monroe, but 52 for the low in La Crosse and 50 in Camp Douglas. For tomorrow, look for partly sunny skies. It'll be breezy, even milder. High temperature up at 76 degrees. And again, you like that forecast. Wednesday and Thursday, right around 80 degrees. It'll be windy both days too, but with the sunshine, that'll just boost those temperatures up. Upper 70s on Friday. Shower thunderstorm chance Friday night. A better chance on Saturday, and then those temperatures get cooler. Sunday will be windy as well, with highs in the lower 50s and maybe some flakes of snow mixing in with the showers Sunday night. Monday, just a slight chance for a shower, and then temperatures back to near or just slightly above normal for the middle of next week, with some rain chances Wednesday night into Thursday. As we check out first warn traffic right now, the roads are in pretty good shape. This is the view of I-39 90 and 94 near US 151. There was a area of, not construction, but an accident in that area. It looks like that has cleared up. There's also a stall on I-39 90 northbound, just north of the US 1218 interchange, but that's not affecting traffic very much either. So right now, traffic times either way on the Beltline, about a 14-minute trip between University Avenue and I-39 90. Heading out of Madison down towards Janesville will take you 24 minutes from I-39 90 and I-39 90 from the Beltline to Janesville. US 12 Middleton to Sauk City, a quick 15 minutes today. Downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue will take you 17 minutes. That's your news through now. First warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. And as Gary mentioned, with the windy, dry, warmer weather, the DNR telling folks to be vigilant and avoid burning due to high fire danger across the state. The warm, dry forecast will heighten the wildfire risk, considered now very high in 45 of the state's 72 counties, including every county in the News 3 Now viewing area. The DNR has banned burn permits for now. There have already been 34 wildfires that burned 45 acres in the past week. We'll be right back.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Well, just wanted to record a little message with Gabriel here about the awesome windows. Looks absolutely amazing. Just getting so much natural light and not nearly as much heat coming through. It's fantastic. So thank you guys so much for everything that you did. Excellent work, and would highly recommend to everybody. Thanks.
Made with American biofuels, E15 saves drivers money, reduces emissions, and creates jobs in rural communities. Last year, when gas prices were spiking, President Biden extended summer sales of E15 and saved drivers nearly $1 per gallon in some areas. We can't afford higher gas prices this summer. We need the Biden administration to act again. Tell Senator Baldwin that President Biden must protect access to E15 and extend savings at the pump.
You and running have been together for a while now. Fact is, so has Morgan's Good Form Running. Every run is more than just a run. It's about finding oneself. Movement in a new pair of Hokas is good magic. Gear up today at Morgan's Good Form Running. Buy a pair of Hokas and experience the difference. Why run when you can fly?
Experience the comfort and style of Hoka. Visit us here today at Morgan's Good Form Running.
Morgan's Good Form Running, Hilldale.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
It's spring, and Slumberland Furniture is celebrating with 20% off our low prices on gorgeous new furniture, home decor, and mattresses. Plus extra discounts on sofas, bar stools, accessories, and Slumbercrest mattresses. Right now, get this Ashley sofa for just $3.99 in your choice of 2 colors. Incredible! Did you know Slumberland has the lowest prices on Ashley product? And get an extra 20% off mattresses too.
Do you trust your insurance agent? Do you trust your insurance company? Well, you'd better. Because all they've really sold you is a promise. A promise to be there when things go bad. A promise to take care of you. To step up and put everything back the way it was. So, if you don't trust your insurance company, maybe it's time to find one you do trust. West Bend. The worst brings out our best.
Some popular candy and snacks are being put under the microscope. Lawmakers in California are concerned about chemicals added to foods, including red dye number 3, that could be dangerous for your health. The food additives have been banned in Europe for years. CBS's Daniel Backus explains.
Hendrix, do you want strawberries?
Ashley and Jermaine Rawlings are careful about what they feed their 2 young children. They read food labels closely.
I'm vetoing every product that comes in here just because I'm always curious, like, what's in this product.
If you can't pronounce the name, you probably shouldn't be eating it.
California could become the first state in the nation to ban the sale, manufacture, or distribution of foods containing 5 chemicals linked to cancer risk, reproductive harm, and behavioral issues in children.
These are the worst of the worst.
Assemblymember Jesse Gabriel is a sponsor of AB 418, which would prohibit the use of red dye number 3, titanium dioxide used in many candies, potassium bromate used in some breads, bromated vegetable oil, and propylparaben.
When I learned that 99% of these chemicals are not being independently reviewed by the FDA, that was my aha moment.
Dana Hunez is a senior clinical dietitian at UCLA and says the number of additives in our food supply is concerning.
The more we consume of a certain product, the more likely it is that we're going to have some of these negative effects in our body.
Thousands of chemicals are added to processed foods to provide freshness, taste, and color. Red dye number 3 has already been banned in cosmetics in the U.S. The food industry is pushing back. Nearly a dozen associations responded, saying the federal government has a comprehensive food safety process, and the 5 chemicals have been thoroughly reviewed and continue to be deemed safe.
Did you eat the first one?
For the Rawlings family,
it's crazy that I have to look at every single product to even see what's going into my child's body, what's going into my body.
They hope products with less additives adds up to better health. Danya Backus, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And we'll be right back with a final check of your First Warn forecast.
Now's the time to save on big projects. Hurry into Menards for 11% off everything. Get 11% off easy flooring updates for your home. Find your style and save 11% on Patriot Lighting. Transform your home with 11% off new Mastercraft doors. Or go even bigger and get 11% off a new kitchen. Don't miss out. There's no limit to what you can save with 11% off everything at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It's connecting you with top medical specialists after a serious injury. It's holding the insurance company responsible for your lost wages and your hospital bills. It's a guarantee that we'll be with you every step of the way and won't accept anything less than the maximum payment you deserve. We'll speak with you for free, and there's no fee until we get results for you. Your life counts. Lawton Cates. Call us today.
Raising healthy children takes a village, and kids thrive when their village is healthy too.
SSM Health and News 3 Now are helping you unlock a healthier world with our Time for Kids Keys to Health campaign. We'll show you how sustainable choices create healthier lifestyles, explore the impacts of food security on families,
And share ways we can help build a healthy community together. Join us on air, online, and in your village, and take time for kids.
When an appliance you rely on goes kaput, you can count on family-owned Brothers Maine, Southern Wisconsin's local appliance authority since 1938. With thousands of in-stock options, we have the brands you want at the lowest prices guaranteed. Even big box can't beat our prices. Our experienced team of appliance experts will help you make the right selection, and we deliver it fast and free to your home. What you need when you need it. Shop appliances you can bring home today at our Madison and Janesville showrooms. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
Community is helping each other, making sure your neighbor is taken care of. At Lake Ridge Bank, community is who we are. We take pride in being a community bank, strengthening relationships and investing in the places we come from. It's why we are who we are. Lake Ridge Bank. Go far, go together.
Yep, that's the kind of view you like to see from the tower cam. Clear skies from the WISC TV sky cam, as well as the Platteville Queen Bee radio sky cam. Current temperatures, low to mid 70s. What's not to like about that? And it looks like we'll be even warmer over the next couple of days.
And the CBS Evening News coming your way next. We'll be back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6.